shouting and chanting your name, and gets you fired up. But you know, it's sort of it's a good feeling, and you've got to try and switch off as soon as that visor goes down and that light goes green. You've got to switch off, and you go into tunnel vision and crack on with the job.
We just wanted to get the race underway. We didn't want any incidents, we didn't want any safety cars, we didn't want any red flags. We just wanted to get the race underway.
As soon as we went into first corner, you know, Hopkins was in front, so I thought, right, this is the spot I need to be at. Let's just crack on, and tried to settle down and tried to get into a rhythm, you know, and knew from the first off I was just losing a bit of time off the turns, and I was just like, come on, just try to get it stopped, try a few different things to work it out, and I had most of the race to work out Hopkins.
Going swimmingly well, 10 laps into the race, I'm thinking, come on Tommy, time to make a move now, you know, you need to start consolidating. Every time he make a move in the past race on Saturday, every time he made a move on Hopper, he would take another 2 to compose himself again, and the laps were ticking down, and I think I looked at the screen, I thought, wow, it's 12 laps in now, and we still sat behind Hopper. You want to be British champion, you got to do it.
And Hopkins, Tommy Hill tries to cut it tight along the Minter straight. He got it! He got a brilliant drive out of Hawthorne.
How did he do that?
Tommy Hill just pulled it, the pin, got inside John Hopkins.
Yeah, I just put my head down and knew that if I passed Hopper within 3 or 4 corners or half a lap, I need to make a move on James.
Here comes Tommy into the inside.
Tommy Hill gets inside. James Ellison at last. Ellison is forced to submit.
Got it.
Go, what a move by Tiger Tom.
Fortunately got past James and said to myself, 2 last laps of my life.
Now we're going to see what Hopkins is made of, because he needs to go now, and he knows that. He doesn't need a lap signal, he knows what he needs to do.
We're on the penultimate lap of the final race of the 2011 British Superbike Championship. Tommy Hill, number 33. Here comes Hopkins. He's been strung up here earlier today. He moves back past Ellison. Now he's got that 3rd place. He's got Tommy Hill in his sights.
And he knows what he needs to do now. The championship is right there in the front of the screen.
So we're on the penultimate lap of the 2011 title chase, and the 2 protagonists are there, 2nd and 3rd in the race. Whoever finishes in front between the 2 of them will take the title. And we've got 2 contrasting characters. Tommy Hill, the affable, effervescent young man from Surrey, against the fella from Ramona, in Southern California, John Hopkins.
And Hopkins, this is ominous now, because Hopkins forced his way past Ellison just when he had to do it, and he did it where he wanted to do it, not where Ellison let him do it, and he's able to get back on the back wheel of Tommy really quick, and that I think that's
the crowd howling as they emerge into the arena. And 1 lap to go. We're on the Brabham Straight. Here comes Hopkins trying to take the tight line as they go down into Pelican Bell. Tommy Hill comes across to defend it.
I'll tell you what, this is blokes racing this. This is bloke stuff this now. It's the biggest man that's going to take this.
Into Druids Hill Bend. Hopkins looks to go round the outside.
Surtees, he'll definitely look at Surtees. Hopkins, he's been strong there.
Because he's been he's going for the wide line to get a good kick out on the Brabham Straight.
He has to defend. He's got to give him the long way round.
Hopkins gets a terrific drive out of that bend, and he's forced his way through. Going into Surtees, inches between front and rear wheel. Tommy Hill guides and tries to get the drive out of Surtees, but Hopkins has got the move.
What's coming out?
Pilgrim's Drop. He's got to make a move as we go down now. Pilgrim's Drop into Hawthorns. Tommy takes that narrow line and levers his way back in front of Hopkins, but now he's got to keep in front of him as Hopkins comes underneath him into Westfield, and he forces Tommy to give as they drop down into Durrell Dell. Tommy Hill takes another drive up the inside into the sheet curve. What heroic racing! Tommy's wide at sheet curve. He pulls it back across. It's going to go down to the finishing line.
It's the last corner, Jack.
We're heading down now towards Clearways. John Hopkins moves over to try and get a tight line. He did this to Tommy last time out. He moves across. Tommy cuts back and dives in. Hopkins has got in too deep. They go for the line. They're going to be Hopkins, and they cross the line. It's Hill. It's Hill by 6 thousandths of a second. Tommy Hill is the British Superbike champion by 6 thousandths of a second from John Hopkins.
Wow, it was gloves off. I've never seen the last 2 laps like that. You know, it was do or die for both of them. Every time, you know, Tommy made a move, it was either paddock hill or it was out the back. But every time there was going to be a retaliation, it was going to be going into Surtees. And I thought the first time Tommy made the move, he made it stick. He actually made it stick around Surtees. I thought it's game on here. But he dug deep, and he came from nowhere, and he put a move on him I didn't expect coming. And like I say, I mean, no doubt John wanted to be British champion as badly as what Tommy did. So he was prepared to stick it as far as Tommy would, you know.
You know, I was sizing Hopper up pretty much most of the race. I knew where I could make a pass, and it was going to be a bit of a scary pass. So pretty much most of the moves were eyes shut on the brakes, see what happens and see who comes out the other side. So I come out of Sterling's, and at that point Hopper was back underneath me again, and yeah, he got a good drive off the turn. I had a bit of a moment coming out of Sterling's, tried to carry the drive, got right up in his slipstream, basically touching his back wheel, and it's now or never. So I just plunged underneath him at Hawthorns. Couldn't quite hold my line as I wanted to. He was back underneath me again going into Westfields. I didn't think he would make a move there. I think he would try and just really set me up for maybe Sterling's corner or back onto Clearways onto the start finish.
I just thought at that point we are second fiddle today, and that is we just got to wrap up and just be prepared to come back next year and go again.
I broke quite late into there, and he stuffed it underneath me. We ran out a little bit, and I just dabbed a bit of brake and tried to turn the bike and fire it out, and you could see on the video footage I started to pull a bit of a wheelie, and I got good grip, and I thought this was the other place where I was going to make a move. But I think if it was going to be earlier on in the race, he'd have then known. So I needed to try and keep a bit of some of the secrets, if you like, back, because if I knew and he knew where I could pass him, he could then set me up and protect them lines on the last lap.
So lo and behold, and the move of the season came, and to drop a move up into Dingle there was like, wow, a foot off the peg, dragging his toe on the floor. It was just everything, do or die.
We come up Dingle and you could see I've took my foot off almost like a panic button and thought, am I going to make this through, or are we both going to go down? And if we both go down, Hopper's won the championship. So just let it stick and let off the brakes, let it roll over the top, drifted the bike all through Dingledale, coming to Sterling's. I'm protecting my line again. It's such a hard position to be in because I wanted to protect my line. I knew I'd lose a bit of drive. Come out of there, and Hopper got alongside me into Clearways, and the championship flashed then, and it was like I've lost it. But then fortunately for me, Hopper then ran wide. I squared it off into the corner, and for me I went back to second gear. Every lap I'd been in third, I went back to second and closed my eyes and just thought championship and opened the throttle, and yeah, come across the start finish in first place.
They're going to be Hopkins, and they cross the line. It's Hill by 6,000ths of a second.
When Tommy came over the line, there was some genuine, real tears there, and I mean, I broke down, and my legs almost went underneath me at one point.
It was first of all a massive shock. I mean, I come across the line, and on the pictures of the crossing the line with me and Hopper, I think Hopper may have thought he got it at one point because we come around paddock, and as we went up Druids, he put his hand up straight away, and that just made me automatically think that, hold on, maybe I've not won it. So I had to stop and almost put it in park and sat there for 30 seconds on Druids, and all the other riders had stopped to cheer me. And I couldn't quite work out what was going on, you know. I looked at the crowd and I was saying number one, and they're all just cheering. And then I looked at the marshal and I said, what? And they all went like that. And then boom, you know, it just hit me, and I've got a bit of a headache now actually from shouting in my crash helmet. It was the best feeling ever, you know.
Tommy Hill gets mobbed by his team as he comes through. It's such a long time, the tears are pouring down his face. You are the 2011 MCE British Superbike champion. Tell us what it feels like. Come on, you're usually better than that. Come on, Tommy. I don't know. Thanks to everyone. Massive support. I sent something in. I didn't concentrate on the laps. They're just unbelievable. Thanks to everyone. You know, I've remembered this all weekend. I'd like to donate this win to Craig Jones, a good friend of mine, and send my regards to his family.
So many mixed emotions going on. It's just new for me, you know. I've won a championship before, and that was the R6 Cup Championship quite a few years ago now, and yeah, this is something special. And to do it in my home circuit, Brands Hatch, one of the busiest rounds of the year, was a dream come true. You know, when you're coming around Clearways and there's just a swarm of people, you know, there's no greenery in sight. It's yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling. And then as soon as you pull up, you've got your family, your friends, your sponsors, your team, everyone there, and then it hits you and you think British champion. So yeah, it means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to the team as well, because this is, I think, their first championship, and we've done it together.
So many people have supported this team from 2005, some small sponsors that have grown with us all the way through, and they're still with us today, that have seen us grow and nurture into the team that we are. And I think it's testament to the mechanics that have stayed with us. Our team have mechanics that have moved from all over the country to where our workshops are based now, and it's their livelihood, it's their life, and it's kind of, I'm protective and proud of that. So, I don't think I could say any more than that. We're absolutely delighted. We've finally won it today.
It was an unbelievable feeling, coming back out on the podium and having thousands and thousands of people there show their support, and at the end of the day, they might have just wanted to sit in the traffic, so they've come there to cheer me, but it's unbelievable. So a big thanks to everyone.
At the end of 26 races, the last 2 laps boiled down to a titanic scrap between Hopkins and Hill. Both riders gave it their absolute all, and over the line was split by just 0.006 of a second. It was an astonishing year for British Superbikes. It was an astonishing year for John Hopkins and the Samsung Crescent Suzuki team. But most of all, it was ultimately the best year possible for Tommy Hill. He won the crown in the best possible way and achieved his dream of being the 2011 British Superbike champion.